previously on Gears.
It's winter, and I know personally that my skin's getting very dry. So today on my Disi's Double Ds, we are chatting to Jodie Heim from Clarins. As you all know, Clarins is top of the range when it comes to prestige skincare, makeup, and fragrance selection. Hi, Jodes. Thanks so much for joining us on Gears today.
Hello, Jodie.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Jodes, during the winter months, one's skin seems to dry out more than in summer. What is the cause of this?
Darcy, what really happens is that in the winter months, there's a whole lot less moisture in the air, so our skin naturally becomes a lot more dry as well as dehydrated. Plus the fact we also use lots of air conditioning. The underfloor heating in our homes, the heat that we use on a daily basis, all have a major effect on drying out the skin.
Okay, I see you use the word dehydrated. Is that different to dryness?
Absolutely, Daisy. A lot of our consumers tend to get confused because they think that that's one and the same thing. If we're talking about dehydration, it's really about the tight and uncomfortable feeling in your skin. It's as a result of a loss of moisture. When we're talking about the dryness, it's because our skins have less oil and less nourishment. And what's really important to remember is that we need to feed the skin with as much oil as possible so that it can hold the moisture in our skin.
Okay, now getting to the awesome products that you have. What does Clarins offer to treat both men's and ladies' skin?
Daz, we have an awesome range of products, as you well know, but the range to suit the dehydrated skin is called our Hydro Quench range. It's a range that's really easy because at the end of the day, we want to make skincare as enjoyable and as accessible as possible to both men and women. Our Hydro Quench range, it's really almost like an immediate injection of water into the skin. And it can be used, the same creams can be used day and night.
Okay, and you mentioned men because I think a lot of guys tend to forget about looking after their skin. Can you tell us more about your range of products for men and then, of course, the ladies?
Okay, we have a phenomenal range for men particularly called our Clarins Men range. Once again, guys, skincare needs to be made really simple. Guys don't really want to stand in the bathroom and have to use millions and millions of products. They want the quick and easy route, as you well know. So we have amazing shaving and cleansing products. A man's skin is a lot. It sounds strange, but it's true. We talk about elephant hide. Their skins are a whole lot thicker than ours. So we really need to make sure the cleansing aspect works a whole lot deeper and more effectively. Then in terms of daytime protection, it's very important that men have a sun protection factor as well. We have a moisture balm and a moisture gel for men's skins, and that is really dependent on what texture they prefer. If the guy feels that his skin is sort of more to the oily side, the moisture gel would be more suitable. It's light in texture, it's immediately cooling on the skin and that absorbs the excess oil. For the guy who likes a little bit more extra comfort or whose skin might feel a bit tighter, we suggest the moisture balm for his particular concerns.
Ian, do you use these products on your face?
No.
Well, I think you need to.
Well, there you go. I'm just listening.
Come on, Ian, we need to get you sorted with some Clarins Men.
Yeah, that sounds good. I take exception to the elephant hide, but everything else I'm enjoying. I must be honest.
Okay, if the shoe fits, wear it, Ian. Otherwise, it's just a figure of speech.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll try that shoe on in the next few days. I'll make sure that I get the right shoe on as well.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, you spoke about varying textures. What difference does this make with this different selection of creams?
We really want to make sure that skincare is about enjoyment. So you need to be using day creams that your skin is comfortable with. Often, perhaps in the summertime, you don't want something as heavy feeling on the skin. So we would rather suggest that you use a lotion in terms of a cream. A lotion generally has a sun protection factor in it as well. And then when your skin feels really tight and uncomfortable, particularly up in Josie in the winter months, you would perhaps change your day cream slightly so that you have a heavier texture. So that instead of going from the lotion, you would then go to the cream and your skin would almost feel nourished and more comforted with that heavier texture.
Okay, that makes sense.
What about people who have a reaction to creams going into their skin by way of perspiration? Because I know a lot of men don't like to put creams on because of that.
What we suggest that you always do, Ian, is to try before you buy. And we are a brand that has an amazing variety of samples. Obviously, people have different sort of tendencies to become allergic or sensitive, but we really do sample to make sure that when you do find the cream that suits you, that it does agree with your skin. To answer your question about perspiration, we have in our products a mattifying complex because obviously men's skins, they have a lot more oil glands, secrete a lot more oil. And this allows for the skin to often become uncomfortable. And in saying that, very often the day cream then doesn't really sit well on the skin because you have this buildup of moisture.
Yeah.
So the mattifying complex in all of our Clarins Men products prevents that from happening. So hopefully you'll find the right product for your skin.
Okay, good answer.
Well, I know Sasha's obsessed with the Clarins hand cream. Whenever I whip mine out, he tries to steal it and go home with it. He loves it. It's his favorite.
Right, what is he doing with that hand cream, though, Daisy? That's what I'm worried about. I'm sorry,
well,
Jody.
If
Sorry.
he was on the show today, we could have given him some more, but he'll have to wait till next time now.
Yeah. You know that Italian. He's dodgy, man. He's dodgy.
Jodes,
Exactly, and diving.
Jodes, I've started using your Clarins serum. Can you tell us more about what serum does for the skin and why we should use it?
For sure, Daz. Your serum is really your heart of your skincare routine at home. Why I say this is because it is made up of your most concentrated plant extracts. When the laboratories are putting together serums and creams, there's one fundamental difference. With a serum, it really doesn't have any of the emulsifying agents that a cream has. So what that means is that the heart of the plant extract complex can really penetrate into the deeper layers of your skin and be beneficial for a lot longer. So a serum combined with your day and night creams gives you a far more effective home care routine.
Okay, that's
So you're on the right track there. Keep it up.
trying to look after the skin. That's the face done, but obviously our bodies also need extra moisture. Do you have a range suited specifically to bodies?
Daz, Clarins is known as the brand that is the body authority purely because of the results that our customers get when using our body care products. Our favorite and probably the most popular body product is the Moisture Rich Body Lotion. It almost provides your body with a veil of moisture, and it doesn't leave you with that sticky or uncomfortable feeling, so you can really dress straight away. Over and above that, we've got many different products. I was just sort of referring to the one for the moisture, but we've got all sorts of answers to any body concern for slimming, for toning, water retention, everything that you could ask for.
Okay, and if I'm finding in winter my skin, it almost looks like I've got an extra layer if I don't moisturize regularly. Should we exfoliate more in winter?
For sure, Daz. What really happens is that in winter we tend to cover up and we try and eat and drink as much as possible to stay warm, so we forget a little bit about the body skin. But we really should step up our body care routine in wintertime, purely because the dead skin buildup is exaggerated. So what we do suggest is a body exfoliation about 2 to 3 times a week in wintertime. Even dry body brushing is something that we suggest. But really a body scrub followed by a really intense moisturizing product for the body would really make sure that by the time you get to springtime and ready for the bikinis that your body is in tip-top shape.
What is a dry body brush?
Well, it's a dry sponge that we use, and you always work on the body skin working upwards to work with the lymphatic drainage. But it's just some customers tend to prefer the dry body scrub as opposed to being in the shower and using the body polisher that we all know and are more familiar with.
Jeez, you learn new things every day, don't you?
There's all sorts of things in this industry.
Wow.
I also need to know now about lips. I'm struggling big time with my lips since moving to Joburg. They're really dry now.
Kiss more, Daisy. Kiss more.
Guys, you opened yourself up today.
Do you have any products specifically aimed for people's lips?
Of course, we offer everything for all needs. Guys, to answer the question, the moisturizing and hydrating and repairing lip balm is really what we would sell to you as a customer complaining of dry, cracked lips. What it does is it introduces as much moisture as possible, but it also has a repairing action. Because the dry, they'll find lines, you'll find they become quite painful. So that is a very natural finish. But then if you're wanting more of a glamorous result, we do have our Color Quench lip balms, which have the same technology as the moisturizing lip balm together with color. And we've got a range of 12 different shades, so you really can find whatever it is that tickles your fancy.
We do love the glamour part of Clarins products. Okay, any new exciting
sure.
products you can tell us about?
Daz, we launched the most phenomenal serum in April. It's called the Clarins Double Serum. It has absolutely exceeded all expectations in terms of our sales. We cannot keep enough stock on the shelves, and the reason being that it really does handle all 5 functions of the skin in one go. The 5 functions I'm referring to: it hydrates, it nourishes, it oxygenates, it regenerates, and it protects the skin.
Wow.
So it's a one-stop shop in terms of if you need to go into the stores and look at one product, this is the one for you. Double Serum is targeted at anybody aged 25 plus. And it's a serum. When I talk about Double Serum, it's because it's composed of an oil and a water element. So what happens is when you pump out the product, you get the oil concentration together with the water formulation. Those you mix together and you press onto the skin morning and evenings. You can either use it on its own or you can use it underneath your day and your night cream. And what was really exciting for us as a brand is that we did a massive media campaign. The idea was really to recruit a whole lot of new consumers. And we were the first brand that did a brand activation at the Clarins. So it was a really exciting time for us.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Okay. I hope you saw it.
I haven't been to the Clarins in quite a while, so I'm sure Russ and Jen saw it, and Jake and Mark have seen it because they've been there a lot. Joe, it's finishing off. Could you tell us about the Clarins range in general? Can one find everything they need within your range?
Daz, yes. We're a brand that really relies on the personalized approach. We have an amazing team of beauty advisors in our retail outlets across the country who really are professionals. They're trained regularly to make sure that they understand exactly what the needs of the customer are, as well as on new products, what are the technological advances, etc. And I always like to suggest to customers that if you're looking for guidance, the best place to start is to really go into store and go to the same consultant at the same store and build up a relationship with them, that they can really monitor your skin on a day-to-day basis and give you the information in terms of what's new, what's launching, and what is best for your skin. I think so many customers kind of go around and are not quite sure what's best for them, and they're kind of inundated with so many different points of view. So I always say that is our best ambassador. Our beauty advisor who really does know the Clarins brand and can advise you on skincare, makeup, fragrance, and whatever it is that you look for.
Well, they really are, and they're very, very friendly too. I love chatting to them at all the different stores.
Thanks, Daz. Good to hear. I'll give them the feedback.
Thanks so much for chatting to us today, Jodes, and hopefully that it can help us all keep our skin nice and moisturized. Is that right? Hydrated. Okay, bye.
At the next intersection, turn on Gears with Sasha Martinengo. Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.